Alright, welcome on in everyone to another episode of First CSP, the channel dedicated to bringing you the first council sorter patch issue from each council in Scouting America book, past and present. Today we're going to take a look at Coastal Carolina 550 out of South Carolina. This council was originally chartered in 1941. Got a couple of patches to take a look at today, and this is the type of episode we are especially proud to be able to bring you because giving you as much contextual information for identifying correctly first issues is one of our primary objectives with the channel. And this is definitely one of those episodes where seeing the patches next to each other side by side is helpful in identifying the difference that is very minute in the first couple of issues here for Coastal Carolina. So let's head on over to the patch table and start with, of course, the first issue, T1, with its dark yellow border, yellow background, very dark blue outline fleur-de-lis, red letters, and very dark blue state. The first issue we're going to find is going to look nearly identical to the second issue. So being able to see them side by side. Here we see on the back it is a gauze cloth back for the T1. Now for the second patch they released, the T2, again it looks very similar. The difference is effectively in the collecting guide, only going to be the difference in the color of the fleur-de-lis and state. We're going to note some things side by side here when I put the T2 up, but the only descriptive difference in the collecting guides is the color of the state, which they're listing as purple as opposed to the very dark blue. Now, a couple of things to note in looking at the T2 itself. It's listed as a dark yellow border, yellow background, dark purple outline fleur-de-lis, dark purple state, and red letters. As far as differences here, we're going to have a left background twill for the T1. We're seeing a right background twill for the T2. I do not have information if there were multiple production runs of these. My guess is that there were not, and so the twill direction may also be one of the helpful key identifiers besides just guessing at the state color. You can see this dark blue and the purple are super close. Even on the camera, we get the slight difference. You are seeing that this does appear to be darker than what we're seeing here, and that is absolutely true. We get a bit of a richer banana twill. It's a bit kind of brighter, and the T2, this comes across as just slightly more pale. Again, that's coming across on the camera a little bit. It's a little more pronounced as far as the difference in color that I observe in person than what I'm seeing come through on the camera. We can see some slight differences in construction styles on the back as well. In just the pattern of gauze that was used. Here you see more of the twill color coming through. Here it's a bit tighter and it just looks a bit more white across the back. That's another kind of helpful indicator. The reds do look a little darker in the lettering here from the back. The reds look a little brighter here on the T2. Just all very, very slight differences in trying to differentiate between what was the T1 and the T2, the first two issues here for Coastal Carolina. But this is definitely one of the types of episodes that we're super proud to be able to bring you, because seeing the first, in this case, two issues that look so similar side by side is just not one of the things that you're able to find out on the internet or in the collecting community at large. For identification purposes, you can read the descriptions, but seeing them side by side can sometimes be helpful in identifying which issue you have or you may want to collect, those kinds of things. Or for those of you just casual viewers, just seeing them is a point of interest. Well, there you have it. The next patch they produce is the S3. Again, it's a design change and not going to look similar to these two. The real issue with the first is identifying between a T1 and a T2 as we have here on screen. Hope you guys have enjoyed this episode of First CSP. Again, this is the type of episode we are particularly pleased to be able to bring you, the viewer, so you can see them side by side and help with differentiating between the two issues, especially if you're trying to collect this counsel, collect first issues, or just interested in the topic at large. We'll be back again tomorrow with another brand new episode. Remember, if you are enjoying the content, feel free to subscribe, like. One of the best things you can do is find an episode you really enjoy and share it with a friend. That would help us immeasurably, and we thank you all as we continue to bring you first issues and try and grow the channel and the collecting community at large. With that, I want to thank you all again, and we hope to see you on tomorrow's episode. Until then, I hope you guys have a great rest of your day.